Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next week to 10 days for today's second video. So day 10 will take us to around the 19th of August. We'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles and may run to around a couple of weeks. And we'll have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video. For the next 4 weeks, I shall get on with that for you in a second. Just say that the first video release today was our 7 AM forecast, so please check out that video if you'd like to do that. Please like, share, subscribe on all of videos. Thank you so much for doing this. We are over 11.7k now. Got to put on around another 75 subscribers to get to 11.8k. Can you believe it? So yeah, please give us a sub if you would like to do that, and tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. And we will get to 11.8k very soon, I'm sure. Right, let's turn off webcam then and start the video. So we're going to begin with the central temperature. So the CT is currently standing at 16.0. It's an anomaly of 0.0, bang on average, for the 61.99 average. That is provisional to yesterday, to the 8th of August. So yeah, not a particularly big deviation either way. We'll probably see that hovering around there for much of this week, actually, I would have thought. May pick up later on in the week. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensemble. So the red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. Looking at London today, so it's starting off cooler than average at the moment. We're going to see the upper air temperature going a little bit warmer than average at the end of the week, and then they'll start to drop again as we move into the weekend and the beginning of next week. So yeah, there's a bit of a warm-up coming up around sort of Friday, Thursday, Friday, but it doesn't look like it lasts all that long. No weekend. The upper air temperatures begin to fall back a little bit as well. Into the second half of August, there continues to be a lot of scatter. Generally, it looks like we're staying quite close to average. There are a few hot outlier members just here, but, you know, they really are outliers. Generally, it looks like the upper air temperatures are not going to be too far from average into the third week of the month. Precipitation-wise, we've got some dry weather coming up with the showers today, and maybe some thunder. After that, going to be several days of dry weather up to the middle part of August, so maybe it will start to get more unsettled again, potentially around middle of August and into the second half of the month, maybe going a little bit more showery then, and perhaps a bit of a drier spell opening up through there around the 22nd, 23rd, where it perhaps gets a little bit more unsettled again around the 25th of August. Temperature anomalies from the 9th to the 17th of August to be very close to average, not a particularly big deviation either way. Precipitation anomalies from 9th to 17th of August are largely drier than average, especially so for England and Wales. The latest wind flow map from earthnoilschool.net shows that we're under the influence of low pressure again today. We've got this area of low pressure sitting over Scotland, and we've got a westerly flow coming in from off the Atlantic around that area of low pressure, so unsettled weather continues. Right, so this is how the UK Met weather outlook is looking for Thursday. We start getting a bit of a ridge building from the south on Thursday, but low pressure out in the Atlantic will start to move into that high pressure. So by Friday, looking quite unsettled in the north, but south might just hang on some reasonably dry weather. And then over the weekend, we see higher pressure to the south-southwest, lower pressure to west-northwest. And that's how we finish up as we get to a week out, which is midnight on Monday. Low pressure is away to the northwest, high pressure is to our south-southeast, and we're drawing up like quite a warm southerly flow. Driest, warmest weather would be in the south, and most unsettled weather would be away to the northwest with that. Right, so this is how the GFS midnight run is looking. Again, low pressure out to west, a little bit of a ridge to our south and southeast into the, that's on Friday, into the weekend. We find that low pressure moves to the north of Scotland. We keep these westerly winds going in the north, probably bringing some showery bursts of rain there. A little bit drier and warmer down in the south. Into Sunday, again looking rather unsettled, rather showery, especially so for more northern areas, and means cooler and rather showery conditions then continue into the early part of next week as well. Winds generally in from the northwest, so looking quite cool and showery for GFS today up to day 10. In the more extended range, again, we just keep it quite unsettled, really, going well into the extended range. It gets us to 22nd of August, for example, 324 hours, and still quite a low pressure influence, especially in northern areas. We finish up, though, with the GFS midnight run on the 25th of August, with an area of high pressure reaching through the UK and going northwards, turning mainly dry and quite warm at that point. So the GFS midnight run eventually gets something a little bit drier and warmer, but it does take a very long time to do so. This is how the 6Z is looking. So again, we've got low pressure over to the north of the country at the end of the week and into the weekend. Higher pressure in the south-southwest, bringing somewhat drier conditions through there. But overall looking unsettled through weekend into the early part of next week with low pressure. Never too far away, being showery conditions and maybe some spells of rain as well. Heading up towards day 10 though, the 6Z does raise the heights from the southwest. So still very, very uncertain scene around day 7, 8, 9, 10, you'll notice. So at day 10, Thursday the 19th of August, the GFS 6Z raises the heights over the country and turns us drier and warmer once again. In the more extended range, back to more unsettled conditions into northern and western areas, but the high pressure continues to be sitting to the northeast. So that's how we get to the end of the GFS 6Z, which again shows high pressure to the northeast and also to the southwest. A bit of a trough in the east could bring some showery conditions through there. The GM looks like that, unsettled in the north with low pressure bringing showery spells of rain. A ridge in the south could bring somewhat drier weather through there. Into the weekend, again looking rather showery and quite cool across northern areas, mainly dry though, probably down in the south. But through the open part of next week, the GM is turning things very unsettled. Looking at low pressure dropping in from the northwest, so the GM is back to cool, showery, wet weather for much of next week. Such an uncertain scenario at the moment between these model runs. Absolutely amazing. ECM is looking like this. If you enjoyed this video, by the way, please can you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. So the ECM looks like this low pressure again is out to the northwest, a little bit of a ridge down in the south-southwest. Now that low pressure comes rolling in through Friday, bringing showers along as well as rain to central and northern areas. So over weekend, it's a little bit cool and showery. But next week, the ECM really goes to town with high pressure and develops a large ridge over the country. That gets us back to summer weather next week. So it really is a matter of take your pick, really, amongst these models. The GM looks very cool and unsettled. The ECM looks the complete opposite, mainly dry and very warm, and the GFS is swinging from run to run. So where we go next week, it just is absolutely incredibly uncertain at the moment. This is a precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from tometeo.com. So showering in the north and west over the next few days, but otherwise mostly dry. And then on into next week is this increasingly dry scene really taking over through next week, bringing quite a bit of dry and fine weather. Obviously temperatures, as that high pressure builds in, are warming up a lot as well. These are the options that are on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, which will get us to the 19th of August. 18 members of the ECM ensembles will have low pressure to our north and high pressure away to the west, and winds will be in from a northwesterly direction. So rather cool and showery at that point with that scenario for northern areas. Probably a little bit dry and warmer though in the west and south. 17, including the operational run, have high pressure right over top of the country. That's going to be mostly dry and fine. 9 will have high pressure way to our west and probably with a trough dropping in from the north. That's probably similar to what the GM is doing. And then 7 with high pressure over and to the west of the country. Should be mostly dry with that and reasonably warm. So most of the options seem to be favouring higher pressure actually around day 10. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. We go to the 24th of August. 18 members of the ECM ensembles have high pressure to our south and east, low pressure away to the northwest, and generally doing something like that. So that's increasingly dry and quite warm. 14 with high pressure away to the west, something of a trough moving in from the north. That's going to be cooler and more unsettled. 10 with high pressure to the north of Scotland, bringing in quite a warm easterly wind, and 9 just here with high pressure over top of the country. Again, should be reasonably dry. Looks like the ECM ensemble and quite warm. Looks like the ECM ensembles are more favouring higher pressure into the second half of the month. So maybe that operational run, wasn't too much of an outlier actually. Then we've got the other models looking very different, so we've just got to wait and see, I think, a little bit longer. CFS V2 finally looks like this. These are 500 millibar heights, broken down to week periods. The first week period takes from the 9th to 15th of August. The coming week will have high pressure to our south, low pressure to the northwest. Winds in from a west-southwesterly direction, so it should be mainly dry in the south, could be rather showery in the north and northwest. Week 2 will be the 16th to 22nd of August with high pressure right in over top of the country and ridging to our west, so that should be mostly dry, you would have thought, and probably quite warm and fine as well. Week 3 is also anticyclonic. It's the 23rd to 29th of August, again with lots of high pressure over northern and Western Europe. And then week 4 is going to be the 30th of August to 5th of September. High pressure over Scandinavia and winds in from an easterly direction. Might be starting to turn a little bit more unsettled from the south and from the southwest, with lower pressure moving in from the south-southwest with that. But generally still a lot of high pressure involved there. Temperature anomalies for week 1, which is the 9th to 15th of August, average to a little bit cooler than average. Week 2, temperature anomaly, 16th, 22nd of August, is warmer than average. Week 3, temperature anomaly, 23rd, 29th of August, again close to or maybe a little bit above average. And then week 4 is the 30th of August, 5th of September to the 5th of September. That one is warm and average too. Precipitation wise, week 1, 9th to 15th of August, drier than average generally. Week 2, 16th to 22nd of August, near average to a bit drier than average to our west. Week 3, 23rd, 29th of August, a little bit on the drier than average side. And then week 4, 30th of August to 5th of September, is again average to a little bit drier than average to our north. So that's it. If you enjoyed the video, please smash the like button. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much everybody for doing that. And drop a comment. Let us know what you think. Tell friends and family to subscribe as well. It's amazing. And it's incredible. So it's a very uncertain scene, as we've established. Let's put that. That's okay. It's a very uncertain scene, as we've established. There may be a bit of a trend today towards higher pressure and warmer, drier weather into the second half of August, reading between the lines. But I think it really is on a knife edge. And I reckon we've got to wait a few more days, a day or two longer, see where we're going into the second half of the month. Right, that's it for today's videos. We'll be back tomorrow with the ECM WF 30-day look ahead, and also have a 10 to 14 day as well. So check back to the channel for the updates tomorrow. For this video, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.